That's right. I don't care. We don't care. And welcome to Winners and Singers NRL edition, round 16, courtesy of the Take the Two podcast. Hopefully, big wins, zingers, and some NRL hot takes. So, couple of blokes, Frosty and myself, fully confidence is high and accuracy is questionable. We don't miss, we improvise, and winners never quit, Frosty, and zingers hit different. What do you think about that one?
Quite good.
That's probably the most accurate thing we've done all year, I suppose.
That's why
So,
you're the boss.
all right, let's look over last week. There's a couple of mistakes that I made, and I'll point them out to you. But
Mm. Yeah, I
um,
was confused.
so we did our winners. Obviously, you got two wrong, and I end up.
Mm.
If you have a look on my side, I only put four bets on. I forgot to add the Parramatta Raiders game. I don't know why.
Wow.
There's a lesson in it for all of us. Don't try and put bets on when you've had a few beers because you tend to forget
Who
what
who
you.
are you going to take? Are you
I
going
was
to
going
take
to say the
Para or you
Raiders, so
took?
it wouldn't have mattered
Oh, that's
anyway.
right. Yeah.
And I was cursing actually because that was an absolute stinker of a game.
Yeah, it was.
Um, yeah, so I ended up getting two out of four, and you got three
Mm.
out of five. So if we flick over to our zingers, yeah, another hit and miss too this week. I was cursing you the other night with Tallis Duncan. Never looked like scoring. They scored a fair few points against a shitty Brisbane team.
He passed a few. That was my problem.
Yeah.
Run the ball, sunshine.
And then when Tamari Martin scored, oh, geez, I said, geez, that's juicy. Frosty's got it.
Mm.
And then, yeah, as I said, that stinker of a game with the Raiders and Eels, KO Weeks. Never looked
Mm.
like it.
No.
And, and Jaden Campbell scored a pretty easy try against the Tigers. As for me,
Mm.
Um, if you have a look, I made a mistake in the first one again. So remember, I picked Grant Anderson,
Yep.
and when I went to put the bet on, I couldn't remember, and I thought, oh yeah, sure, it's Josiah Karapani, and
And
Anderson didn't
well.
score, and Karapani scored, so that would have been guilty money there. But Lofi Camperera went off early. I thought it was HIA, but I think it was some sort of injury. So that was void. But having said that, the bludger of a game, Savage never looked like scoring. And Brimson, who scored the last five times against the Tigers, never looked like getting across the strike.
Mm.
So that was a bit
No.
disappointing.
Mm.
But anyway, the show rolls on, and we are now up to round 16. So we'll delve into it, eh?
Mm.
Okay, so first up, it's seven games this weekend. So Friday night, 8 o'clock up at McDonald Jones Stadium, we've got the Knights and the Dragons. As for the Knights, Bradman Best returns after a 5-week layoff with a hammy injury. So Fletcher Hunt goes to the bench. Hooker Phoenix Crosland was taken from the field on a Medicab a couple of weeks ago, but he's been cleared to take his place. Ponga and Lucas have been named to back up from Origin, but will be monitored on Thursday. Sanders Smith's listed amongst the reserves as he returns from a calf injury. Thomas Kent, that's a tricky one to say sometimes,
Mm.
um, comes into the starting side in place of Jermaine McEwen, who's suspended for an off-field incident. I think drink driving. Good on you, mate. Having a bit of a go. And as for the Dragons, Jaden Sewer has done a pec injury, so it brings Luciano Leilua back into the first grade team after a week in New South Wales Cup. And then we've got Emre Gula returns. Christian Tuipulotu is listed amongst the reserves as he returns back from a hamstring injury. So currently the Knights are sitting at $1.28 and the Dragons are sitting at $3.73. What's your take on this one, mate?
Well, it can go one of two ways, obviously, which is stupid to say. It's either going to be an absolute stinker or it could be a cracker. So
What
I'm
do,
going
what
to
do you
stick
think?
with the
What do you think? It'll be
Knights.
cracker or not, or a stinker?
I don't know.
Come on,
It's
make a
yeah.
decision.
I'll say a cracker. Yeah, plenty of points scored, and it could be highly entertaining. I hope. Depends on the weather.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll stick with the Knights. I can't take the Dragons. Not good at all. So. Yeah, I'll stick with the Knights. And what about yourself?
Yeah, I think it all depends on how Ponga and Lucas go, but if they back up or not, and how much juice they
Mm,
use up tomorrow night. But yeah, it's very hard to pick the Dragons the way they're going there. Yeah,
mm,
there might be signs of improvement, but still they're a long way off the mark. And I think the Knights are they're in the top five now, which is I can't believe that. They've
yeah.
gone from last to I know there's a few games left in the season, but yeah, they keep pulling my pants down as you normally say. So,
Mm.
but yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Knights. As I said, I can't take the Dragons.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I think $1.28 probably sounds about right. So, all right, who'd you choose for your zinger?
I'm going to stick with Fletcher Sharp.
Yeah, right.
Uh, he was kind of with, well, not last week, week before, so I'll stick with him again, and hopefully I get a tick or
Yeah, I think picking him, this might be a lot of broken play footy,
yep,
so he'll probably excel with that, especially against the Dragons defense. So that might be a good selection.
through the middle. What about
Um,
yourself?
I'm just trying to work out who I picked.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I was going to go Greg Marju. I was going to so close.
Wow.
He's due for a howler, so that's what worries me with him. But I've gone for another bloke who's due for a howler too. I've gone Dominic Young. So
Ah, you said you weren't going to pick him
yeah, I
again.
know, but I'm trying to win money, and
You said, remind me,
I
I
think against the
cannot pick him
Dragons,
again.
he's a big chance. And I think if I don't pick him, that'll be throwing away money, and we're not in the position
I
to be
see
doing
you
that.
made that big call and you've doubled down. Wow.
Oh, okay, mate. I knew you were going to hold me to something, and I just forgot it was that one. So I'm too scared to read out the rest of my selections because
No,
I think I've doubled.
he was the only one that you said I will not pick him again this year. And if I do, you need to remind me. So yes.
No, okay.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. He can have an absolute cracker of a game, but a lot of the times he's just I don't know what it is with him, but yeah.
I'm just
But
going on
yep,
the.
fingers crossed. Hopefully, he gets over the chalk for you.
I'm just going on the chance that they're playing against a rubbish team. So all right, so we'll move on. Okay, so next up, Saturday, 3 o'clock down at Campbelltown. We've got the Tigers and the Dolphins. Uh, as for the Tigers, star playmaker Adam Dewey's been named on the extended bench, but he won't. There's no way he'll play. He's still a
Mm.
couple of weeks away, I think. Skipper Happy Coruscant has been named to back up from Origin 2. You got the debutant Lanyon who goes back to the bench. Back row Tony Suka comes into the starting lineup for Kai Pearce-Ball, who's done a peck as well. So a lot of peck injuries this season, which is a bit of a worry, and two of them are from the Tigers. So as for the Dolphins, Christian Wolf sticks with the same 19 squad that got the job done against the Roosters. Origin stars Max Plath. Your mate, how do you say it?
Tuli Kefu Fene Whenawaki.
That's right. They're listed amongst the reserves. While we've got Flegler, Hammer, and Cobbo, they'll be rested. So currently the Tigers are sitting at $2.98 and the Finns are at $1.40. I think that's about right, don't you, mate?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Dolphins are still flying high, and Tigers. It was a good win against the Titans. They were up against it a couple of times, so yeah, probably could be a little bit closer actually. The Tigers, they probably could be a little bit shorter than that, but yeah.
So you go on the Dolphins?
Oh yeah, I'm on the Finns for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
right.
flying high, and I can't see the Tigers getting them. Don't know what their record's like at Campbelltown where the Dolphins have played them or not there, but
I don't think they have, to be fair.
yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, they've even missing a few with Origin. My mate, number one there, he had a blinder last week, and he's probably liable to fall in a heap. Old Trey Fuller, but he could pull my pants down and make me look like a fool, but I wouldn't think so. Yourself, what are you going to do?
Um, well, the Tigers were good for the first probably 10 to 15 minutes last week, and then someone shot him in the Achilles, and they sort of died in the ring. But um, I've always said I think the Dolphins will finish in the top four. This is a game they're expected to win, and I think they will win, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Dolphins. I think the Tigers will be a bit better this week, especially around the ruck with Appy playing because I can't see him playing many big minutes in the Origin tomorrow night. So
Yep.
if the Tigers are to lose, hopefully they don't get flogged. So hopefully it's a competitive score. And what about a zinger, mate?
Herbie Farnsworth.
Yeah, Al
Stick with
Faithful.
him. Yep.
Yeah, I think.
What about you?
Well, if you have a look, it's not a bad option, I think, Herbie, because um, just trying to work out he might be on Patrick Herbert's side.
Yeah, wow.
So that could be interesting. Yeah, sometimes Patrick's a good defender, but sometimes he's not. So, and Herbie's in a bit of form at the moment. So I've gone
He sort
my
of
old
fell off. He sort of fell off a little bit, but he's come back.
yeah, I've gone
Mhm.
my old faithful Jermaine Asako.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think
I can't believe he's going to the Storm next year. Like, what were the
yeah, well,
Dolphins thinking? Like, he had to be an absolute priority.
you
Wow.
think so? Because he's been the top point scorer for about 3 years.
Mm,
Kicks goals and scores tries.
mm.
The reason why
They're
I went,
really going to miss him. I don't know who's going to take his spot.
who cares? Yeah, they throw the ball wide, and yeah, I think he's a big chance of scoring. So, before I move on, are you happy with the format? Is it easy to read? Um,
Yep. Yep.
it's not too bright or bold or anything, or
No.
you don't have to squint.
No. Well, I've got glasses on, so if I hadn't had glasses on, I'd be squinting anyway.
Okay, so the second game on Saturday, 5:30 at Seabus Super Stadium is the Titans and the Panthers. As for the Titans, Coach Hane is named Maroons rep Tino and Jojo Fafita to back up so Cleese Haas and Jalen de Groot go to the bench after starting as the Tigers last week. Halfback Lachlan Ilias has been added to the interchange for the first time since round 9. As for the Panthers, Yo, Cleary, To'o, they're listed amongst the reserves and will be monitored to see how they go after Origin 2.
I
Cogger,
don't know whether we're playing, really.
probably
We'll
not.
see. Mm.
Cogger goes to halfback. Lindsay Smith will go to lock. You got Garner and Tago will go in the centres because Casey McLean's out sideline with a quad.
Yeah,
And
month or so. Mm.
yeah, Alamotti goes back to the wing to replace Toto. And then you got a few blokes on the interchange, new faces, Cole, Fanua, Phillips, and Patea. So currently the Titans are $4.30 and the Panthers are $1.23. That's pretty spot on, isn't it?
Ah, Titans probably should be more, shouldn't they? Uh,
I was just trying to be
even
nice.
even with all those players out, like if they because I don't reckon they'll play. Honestly, I don't reckon. I reckon he may as well rest them again. So there's a big doubt about Tino playing with the old man passing away. You know, he's
Yeah,
going to play obviously tomorrow night for Origin. I don't know whether he'll back up for this game, even though he's been named. We'll see. He hasn't been a big star this year for the Titans like he has been the last few. I don't know what it is with him. So, but yeah, I you can't go past the Panthers. As I said, Titans should be more than that. They probably should be nearly $10, even without the bloody Origin players playing.
yeah. Well, you have a look at the ladder, and the Panthers are 6 points clear of second place. So those
Yeah,
blokes are no chance of playing. Why would you bother?
yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm surprised there's
Yeah.
a couple of others not getting the rest, even though they're not playing Origin or anything, right? So,
Mm,
um,
yeah.
and
Well, why
to
wouldn't
be
he bloody rest Dylan Edwards? May as well.
yeah, and to be fair,
Mm,
yeah, the Titans were Were they that good last week, or was it just
No.
Keanu Guinea did everything to get him back in the game? So
Yeah, pretty much.
basically, the one man band.
Yeah.
Um, so
Well,
yeah,
they
it's
couldn't
hard.
hold the ball, and then when they could, they were throwing it around, and it looked razzle dazzle. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough. So, yeah.
And to be fair, it was only against the Tigers, right?
Yes.
So yeah, put me down, lock me in for the Panthers.
Mm.
What about a zinger, mate?
Another sure thing for me. Oh, Milky Jenkins, Thomas Jenkins.
Yeah,
He let me down there a few weeks, but he's bounced back. So even though they had the bye last week, so yeah, I'm hoping that he could even score a hat trick against the Titans. So we'll see.
yeah. I obviously looked at him. I look at him every week. Why wouldn't you? He scored about 30 tries, hasn't he? Something stupid like
Mm,
that. So what I've
you're all
done,
faithful.
I've gone. I've gone for my old mate, Paul Alamotti, because
Yeah, I thought you would.
he's gone from the centres to the wing, so
Yep.
more chance of getting the ball over the top and or a kick over. So
Mm,
that's why I thought,
mm-hmm.
even if he was playing centre, I probably would have went for him too, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's maybe to play fullback.
yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
he seems to come up with the goods. So I'm hoping he does the
Mm,
same again this week for us.
yep.
All right, then the last game on the Saturday, 7:35 at Acor, we've got the Dogs versus the Sea Eagles. As for the Dogs, Stephen Crichton's been named to play despite a shoulder injury, ruling him out of Origin 2. Kurt Mean returns to hooker. He had, I think, an ear injury. So Bailey Haywood goes back to the bench. Um, Jed Reardon, Underhill, Curran, and Jethro Rinakama. Um, they all go, is that right? They go back to the interchange. Well, there's some slop there. That's interesting. Um, as for the Seagulls, Tommy Toroyevich has been named back at fullback after 7 games out with a hammy injury. Um, my little mate, Clayton Farlow, is he not in?
Yep.
No, he's not in. I thought he was named this week, but
He
um,
he got an injury like the
yeah,
week
he's out.
before
He was
that,
out with
didn't
a
he?
hammy, but they
So
thought it was only minor. But anyway, he'll probably be back next week anyway. Um, and then Kohler's been named to play on Saturday night. Ethan Bullimore returns to the interchange after missing round 14 with a head knock. Um, and currently the Dogs are $2.85 and the Seagulls at $1.43. How do you see it, mate?
I've got to stick with the Eagles. I think they've got a semi-bad record against the Dogs at a core. I'd have to have a look. But yeah, Eagles for me. The Bulldogs were scrappy against the Parramatta on the Monday there, and who and they're not getting any better.
Yeah, I think this game will be close, as you said. The Dogs have got a bit of the lead on
Who do? Yeah,
on the Seagulls, but it's hard to take the Dogs, as I said, you just said about against Parramatta. Oh my God, like
yeah.
um,
They should have put them away big time, and they didn't.
and mainly, believing in each other and
Fosball, yeah.
yeah, back. I hate how people say that, but my concern is does does Turbo slow their
Yeah,
momentum up or um,
maybe,
is-
but I suppose with Furlongo not there, it's a bit of a bonus that he can come back in, I guess. So
yeah,
they reckon he would have played last week, but because they had the bye, so
yeah,
that's promising in a way.
yeah. Well, that's
He's
good
he's
then. If
not
he's
being rushed back in, so I
well, if
think
he,
even the week before they were talking about him even maybe playing, and they thought, nah, hold him back. So yeah, it's promising with Furlongo not there, because I suppose if he was fit to play, then there'd be a rule. What do you do? I mean, everyone always says put Tommy at number one. I wouldn't personally, but yeah. So
yeah. So I'm going to obviously take Manly as well.
yep.
I think $1.43 is pretty good.
Mm.
What about for your zinger, mate?
Uh, Amoli Olakau'atu, I think he's going to be a bit dirty that Loz left him out
Yep.
for game two, and he's been playing. I've never been a fan. I don't think he's as good as people talk him up, but he has been playing well. It was warranted to be picked for Origin for the first game. Didn't think he did too badly. So yeah, I think he's apparently he wasn't kicking any stones, so people are saying. But I reckon he'll be dirty and run over the top of a few of these doggies players and prove Laurie wrong. Hopefully, and score a try.
Yeah, well, if he plays anything like he did his last game,
Mm.
I'm pretty sure he'll be running at Burton and Bronson Sherry, so they could be in for a big night. Um, I actually looked and I was going to go for something a bit random.
Mm.
I thought I was looking at Ruben Garrick for a little bit, and I thought,
Mm.
oh, the odds are okay. And I thought, I don't like the blokes. I don't really like backing blokes that I don't like. Um, so I went back to the old faithful Lehigh Papawati, and so he's a little bit short. $1.55, I think, now this week to get a try. But yeah, I'll be dirty if Garrick scores anyway.
Yeah. Ruben Garrick, not last year, before, I think he was up near leading try scorer, but
Yeah,
I don't know what it is with him now. I mean, obviously he's off to the Chooks next year, so it's
just another reason not to like him.
yes.
He's going from bad to worse
Mm.
in my eyes. So
Still kicking good, which is good.
uh,
So
if you say
yeah.
so. Okay. Next up, first game on the Sunday, at One NZ Stadium in Christchurch. Is this the new
Mm.
stadium? Is it? Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, right. So that's 2 o'clock game. We've got the Wars versus the Cowboys. As for the Wars, we've got Barnett in Kurt Capewell. Well, I'll spit it out for you. Part of an extended squad, and I'll just see how they pull up after Origin 2. Um, My little mate, Lofi Khan Pereira, is out. He's
Mm.
replaced by Chance Nickel Cockstein. Um, Skipper Fisher Harris and Leka Halasima remain sideline. But Sam Healy comes back from a thumb injury. Rocco Berry, Luke Metcalf being recalled to the six-man interchange after stints in the New South Wales Cup. As for the Cows, um, Jeremiah Nanai is back on track to play his first game since round 9. Braden Burns has also been named to return. And we've got Jackson Purdy goes to 5'8", Liam Sutton to the bench. Johnny Bateman, wow, makes a successful return for a Queensland Cup. Wow. Um, as you said a couple of weeks ago, I thought he was back in England, so apparently not.
Mm. Mm.
Just looking at the prices, we've got the Wars at $1.35 and the Cowboys at
Geez, that's
$3.25.
short for the Wires. That's very short.
Yeah,
There should be a bit more than that.
they were a bit disappointing last week.
Ah, very disappointing. Very. I'm going to get back on them, but yeah, you'd think the coach should give him a kick up the bum and hopefully. I mean, I know they're not at Mount Smart, whatever they call it, Go Media, so obviously they can't return return the goods to the fans that turned up last week to the rubbish that they played. It was very disappointing. But the other reason I'm taking the Wars is because the Cows are too unreliable for me. They keep banking the games, like banking the wins, but yeah.
Yeah, they've been hot and cold all year. Um, and as you said, the Wales were disappointing last week. More importantly, their attack. Like
Mm.
Cronulla are on a very good, strong defensive team. Well, not as strong as what they have been in the past, but yeah, they didn't seem to throw much at them. And it's a bit concerning that the Cowboys are a chance of scoring points, but
Mm.
you just don't know how they're going to travel over there. What's the weather like?
Well, they had the buy. Well, it's a roof, so you don't have to worry
Oh,
about the
that's
weather.
right.
So
Yes,
that's a
yeah.
good thing, and that could help the Cows out
Yeah.
because they like to throw the ball around. So Always a bit muggy up at home, so the ball doesn't tend to stick. Like it's a hard game to pick. As I said, I can't believe the Wars are that short because they don't really deserve it. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, I've decided to go the Wars, but
Yep.
with absolutely no confidence whatsoever.
No.
And then just remembering that it's undercover, that's well,
Mm.
you're throwing a spanner right in the works. So
Well, that might help them too because they were bad with the ball, was surprising being at home. Like, they should be used to the conditions. So,
yeah.
but we say that with the Cows when they play at home too. People are going up there with the humidity. The Cows are an easy win, and they don't. So, yeah.
So who'd you go for your zinger?
I'm going to stick with my old mate from last week, Tamari Martin.
Yeah, well,
He scored for me, so it didn't help me with the multi, but give me a bit of confidence that maybe he's got a bit of confidence himself, and I'll stick with him.
yeah. Well, even though I picked the Wars, I've gone over to the Cowboys for my zinger this week.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone for Murray Talangi.
No, okay. Yep.
Um, and I'm actually probably even more confident now hearing that the it's going to be potentially a dry track. So
Yep.
Cowboys throw it around a bit. He's a chance. He's in the Queensland squad, but he won't play, so he'll be fresh. He'll be keen to score a try and help us out, get some money in the bank.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up on Sunday at 4:05 down at Amy Park, we've got the Storm and the Raiders. As for the Storm, Bellamy's named the Origin reps Grant, Liero, Munster. Um, then we've got Centre Jack Howe and Tyrone Wishart are back on deck, coming back from quad and ankle injuries. And your mate Fatare, he's out. And I don't even know how you pronounce that other bloke's name, but he's Sualangi Tuamatu Brown. That'll do. No one,
Yes.
no one will
That
know what I'm
sounds
talking
good.
about anyway. As for the Raiders, Tamale's been named to return from concussion. Josh Papali'i and Simi Sasangi remain sidelined. Blue Stars, Ethan Strange, Hudson Young have been included in the starting lineup. So Laurie and Mariata go back to the interchange. Last week's debutant, Patuki case remains his place on the bench. So the Storm are $1.37. And I tell you what, the Raiders are getting
Hmm.
further and further apart, away from favouritism, aren't they? So they're $3.10.
Ah,
What do you got, mate?
I took Para last week, but I was worried that Canberra might do the job on them, and they were absolutely terrible.
Yep.
Absolutely. So you just cannot touch them. I doubt I'll pick them again this year, even if the Origin players don't play for the Storm. I still couldn't touch Raiders. They're just, I don't know what it is with them. So yeah, no.
Yeah, as I said at the start of the show, that was a absolute stinker of a game, and
Mm,
I find it very difficult to pick the Raiders after that, especially their attack was they had nothing.
mm,
Yeah, they're going to need Ethan Strange and Hudson Young back this week to give them something at least.
mm,
Um, Whether that's enough or not, I don't think so. But yeah, I've gone the Storm. Um, yeah, it's interesting. This is a real danger game. Um, I think for both because obviously the Raiders, I don't think can make. Well, I think they're too far behind now anyway, and the Storm are a slight chance. So this is probably a game they have to win because if they don't, you may as well scrub them out too, eh?
mm. Yeah, yeah.
So all
That's
right,
it.
what?
Even without their Origin players, really, you look at them the other side. Like it's not star-studded, but the Raiders they look quite good on paper, but they're just not delivering on the field.
Yeah,
So
poor Ricky.
terrible. Yeah. Fei Longo for me. I don't think I've picked him this year to be a try scorer. I'd normally probably go for a winger, normally, or a centre. But um, I just think with the way the Raiders are playing, I reckon he could probably carve them up, probably run 90 metres to score a try, possibly.
Yeah.
So,
Um, I like that tip. But no, I've gone for another bloke who's let me down in the past. I can't pick anyone from the Raiders, as I said. Um, Savage let me down last week, so I've gone Will Warbrick.
oh, yep.
Did I not say before I'd never pick him again after he let me down? I thought
No,
you
I
might
don't
pick
think
him
so.
up. No?
No.
Okay.
I think there was only one, Dominic Young. I think he was the only one you said you wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, Will Warbrick doesn't let us down anyway. So,
Mm.
because I think there might be some tries in this one, so we'll see what happens, eh?
Hmm.
And then we've got the final game of the round, back to 6:15 at Allianz on the Sunday. We've got the Roosters and the Sharks. As for the Roosters, we've got Tedesco, Nawangani Walker, Robson, Toya, Collins, Radley have all been named, depending on the recovery from Origin 2. Last week's debutants, Racing Weight, Rodwell, have been included on the interchange. Hugo Savala, Reese Foley have entered concussion protocols. So interesting for the Sharks here. We've got Blake Brayley's been named on the extended bench. Um, broke his arm, I think, 16 days ago, I believe. And then your mate, Nico Hines, he's been named on the
Yeah.
extended bench too. So
Yeah, I heard that.
interesting to see if he's a chance of playing after a calf injury. And we've got Origin stars Fanua Blake and Brittany Nikora. They're being named in the starting side. So this one's a tough one. Roosters $1.59 and the Sharks are $2.38. What are you thinking?
Yeah, you're right. It is a tough game to pick because they're both up and down with their form. So, um, I would think that all the Origin players will probably play being Sunday night game. So they'll have unless they get an injury in the game that's going to put them out. You would think that they would play. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I can't believe $1.59. That's a bit short for my liking for the Chooks, but I'm going to stick with them purely and simply because it's at home.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I agree with you. The $1.59 is very short,
Mm.
considering the way the Roosters have been playing and the fact that they've got so many players backing up. Um, I'm going the Sharks on this one.
Wow.
Yeah, reluctantly. I think from memory, that's the only one that we've gone different this week. So
Mm.
yeah, I don't know that they ground away last week against the Wars.
Yeah, I think that's because the Wasps were so bad too. That's the thing for me.
Yeah, well,
It's hard to get that gauge on where the teams are at. So, but yeah, good luck.
um, yeah, and I just think maybe the addition of Fanua Blake and Nakora, providing they play, and I'm banking on Blake Brayley to be on the bench. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't believe that. But
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
know what chance that is, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, as for the Zingers, what do you got, mate?
Billy Smith, he
Yeah,
come
okay.
good for me 2 weeks ago, so I'm hoping that he can get across the chalk again.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think it's a bad
Mm.
option. I'm just trying to think. Oh, I was going to go my old mate Ronnie Mulatalo, but then I thought last week, um, I went, um, I went for some this week. I went for someone that you said I should have went for last week, and who was it?
Mm.
Try and take a guess.
I can't remember to tell you the truth.
KL
Was it?
Ero.
Oh, okay. I thought it was him, but I couldn't remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, I think he'll be up against Robert Toyer. We'll see how if Robert Toyer backs up.
Mm.
So we'll just see what happens. So that could be a bit of an interesting game anyway.
Yeah, again, could be a cracker, could be a
I'm
fizzer.
I'm thinking it'll be better than the last 6:15 game we watched. So all right, so moving on. If we have a look at our winners, as you can see, you're on the left. You've gone the Knights, the Dolphins, the Panthers, the Sea Eagles, the Wars, the Storm, and the Roosters. And because they're all favourites, I believe that's $10.24. Wow, I can't believe you've done that. That's
Yeah,
a
I
bit
can't
off
believe
here.
it either. Yeah.
Uh,
I don't look at the odds, but yeah.
yeah. So, and then on the other side of the coin, I've gone the
Mm.
Knights, the Dolphins, the Panthers, Seagulls, Wars, Storm, and the only different one was the Sharks. But
You get an extra $5 for that. Wow.
yeah, but I'm not as confident as what you'd think. So now, if we cross over and have a look at our zingers, this is where it starts to get a bit
Oh,
juicy.
yes.
So
And I always
yours,
love.
you want to read yours out? Can you see them?
Yep, Fletcher Sharp, Herbie Farnsworth, Tommy Jenkins, or Milky, as you call him, Hamoli Atnuatu, Tiari Martin, Faye Logo, and Billy Smith.
And
So
if you power
return
play
of
it up the top,
215. Yeah, giddy up.
yeah,
That's what
that
we
would be
need.
good.
Mm.
And as per usual, I've gone the old conservative route. I've gone Dom Young, Jermaine Osako, Paul Alamotti, Leo Hopewadi, Murray Talangi, Will Warbrick, and Kale Iro. My power play will get us up to
$59.11.
$59.11. Um, got a quick tip on Origin tomorrow night, mate? Give us a
Well,
winner, man of the match, and first try scorer and a man of the match.
hopefully, New South Wales, hopefully. Let's say six. I don't like giving margins. I hate it the best of times.
That's why I asked you for it.
Yeah. Well, Payne Haas is going to be man of the match, I think. Again, I hate first try scorers. I don't like telling people I used to bet on first try scorers back in the day, and it doesn't work. So, um, yeah, I find it hard to try and pick a first try scorer. That's the biggest thing for me. Um, who do we go? Herbie. Herbie.
Herbie.
The hammer, sorry. The hammer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'll go to Queensland by 8. Um, Probably 16-8, I reckon the score will be. I'll go for a try scorer. I'll go Sam Walker.
Wow. That'll be juicy.
Yeah, and then I'll go for man of the match. Um, yeah, Harry Green, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope I'm wrong with that bet, to be honest, because yeah, I don't want Queensland to win. But in other news, Frosty, I thought I'd just spring this upon you.
Oh,
Our horse,
yes.
our horse, Out of
Out
Luck,
of luck. Oh,
has been nominated at Murwillumbah on Sunday in a benchmark 58 over 1200,
right.
trained by Indiana Turner. Been nominated, so it's trialled okay. It's also been nominated on Sunday for the Sunshine Coast, so same sort of thing.
Right.
Benchmark 58 over 1200. I guess they're looking at barrier draws and track conditions, I suppose, before they accept. So um, fingers crossed there we can have another little win with Out of Luck.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully the luck changes, eh?
Mm.
But we'll wrap it up there, I suppose. Everyone, good luck with your punting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know how your bets are going. Don't forget to take pot shots at us. And until then, hopefully your team gets a win up and we get the chocolates and we soldier on to next week, Frosty.
Hopefully.
Take it easy.
Good night.